Good morning Monday, good morning YouTubers. I hope everyone is well and has had a lovely weekend. We're going to do a dive into a market update this morning and what we can expect moving forward, as well as some plays that I have been watching and loading up on. And the first thing I want to start talking about today, guys, is the fact that the next earnings season is coming upon us in July. In just a couple of weeks we are going to start to have those earnings from Q2 being released, and the markets are in fact expected to have one of the greatest earnings on record since 2009, with a 61.9% return for some of the stocks on their revenues in the SNP500, which is absolutely enormous if you compare this to an average of anywhere between 15 and 20%, and that would be typically a very good year. So we are seeing some astronomical earnings right now coming through, which is why I have been preaching on my channel. I do not think a stock market crash is upon us at all. Does not mean that we cannot see a correction at any point in the markets, but a pure stock market crash I do not believe is going to happen. Now guys, all I ask in return for making this video is that you go down there and smash that like button for me, help me out, and why not get this channel up to 5,000 subscribers. If you are new, I think about 80% of you are not currently subscribed that do watch my videos every single week, so I would absolutely love it if you could just go down there. It is free. Just hit that big red subscribe button and tap that and turn it into a lovely red color, and then you will not miss any of my future videos. And again, we have been absolutely killing it on this channel. We are doing so well. Our buy zone on our Patreon has been on absolute fire. We've been catching those plays on SPCE, which are now up over 100%. Our NIO is up since 30, and we have been doing so well with so many of our channel favorites that we love to talk about. Now the SNP500 today, guys, after the weekend, is in fact up at all-time highs. Now we can expect this to continue over the next week until Friday, when we do have the jobs report out, which is due out at Friday afternoon. And the reason why this news will have such an impact on the market is because the report is key, because the labour market is the biggest question mark on the economy and interest rates right now, with employers struggling to find work as the economy can't grow as fast as it could otherwise, and a high unemployment rate means the Fed keeps interest rates low for longer. If more jobs than expected are added, though, and the unemployment rate comes down quickly, the Fed may accelerate its timeline to remove stimulus. And right now the markets are set with quite a high forward PE ratio, and this is very normal because once the market actually starts to price in inflation, and we have inflation and the bond yield set right now at 1.5%, if that bond yield is low, we can expect a high return of our money on the stock market for those high tech and growth stocks, which means the valuation will actually be higher and we can expect to see a higher PE ratio. So this is why I'm not worried about valuations being overextended over the next 6 months, especially while inflation is not moving up, and again while we have all of this news out. And as we start to come over the next 2 to 3 years, we may even see that PE ratio increase up to around 35 to 40, and this may be the new estimate if inflation and of course that bond yield is staying down below that 2 to 3% mark. So right now, with the way the markets are, I have been buying the dip on so many of our channel favorites, and I just want to start talking again about some cryptocurrency on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has continued to sell off over these last couple of months. And it's very clear that we do have a very strong layer of support around the 33,000 mark. And if you come onto the GBT scale Bitcoin chart, which is the ETF for Bitcoin at the moment, you can see that we do have very strong consolidation and support layer around this current level. And again, once we have fear in the markets, guys, that is when you are looking to buy in, because you are going to get your favorite cryptos, your stocks, at a discount. And that again is where you are going to see a maximum return in the future. Once again, you do have this inside your portfolio. Holding this one for the long term, my Bitcoin price prediction is well over £100,000. This is a cryptocurrency that I am buying, but I'm not planning to sell in the next couple of weeks or the next couple of months. Bitcoin is extremely volatile. As you can see on Friday market close, we did close under around 7% on the day. So crypto can move anywhere between 10 and 15% in a single day, but I am looking to hold this for the long term. The price confirmation of Bitcoin as companies start to purchase this and it does become more eco-friendly towards the environment, we are going to see other companies start to pile in their cash positions from the S&P 500 companies, like Square have done, like PayPal have done, and like Tesla have done in the past. And we all know that Elon Musk has stated that once the global emissions for some of these miners come down, they are going to allow Bitcoin to be traded again, and you can actually buy Teslas with Bitcoin. So buying this right now on the discount, again, it's just about dollar cost averaging in. We do have some strong fundamental support. If we do break down from this layer, the next level is around that 25,000 mark, and you guys can see that this will be around that 22 to 23 mark on the GBT scale charts. So that is what I'm doing right now with Bitcoin. I'm not worried whether this continues to nosedive, because I will just dollar cost average down, and once we do start to come into the next few years, I can really see this taking off. And again, this is a massive opportunity. The fact that crypto did cross over 1 trillion in market cap, guys, over the last year is absolutely enormous. Yes, we have seen a correction and a major pullback in most of the crypto space, but again, this has allowed crypto now to cool off. There could still be a further pullback, and as regulations increase and tighten over the next few years, and again, once we do have any news on how taxes will be played out in cryptocurrencies, we are then going to start to see a resurface and a resurge of cryptocurrencies. If you compare this, guys, to 2017 and 18, when we did have that major crypto crash, Bitcoin did not go down to zero. It did continue on its journey, and we then since pushed up. So again, it is just about finding those peaks and troughs in the market, when to buy in at better prices and when to sell. I really believe that Bitcoin is not going anywhere, and it is here to stay. So this is one that I am watching heavily. Invitea Corporation, guys, is a stock that we have been buying up on our Patreon, and we loaded the boat exactly when this came down to around that $24 to $25 mark. So we have been capitalizing on this, and I'm very happy to report that our patrons have been doing extremely well over on the Discord, yet catching the dip on this beautiful play. Now, Invitea Corp is in the biopharmaceutical tech sector in the stock market, and again, this company is going to be enormous. Once we do come into the next few years with genomic sequencing, this company could easily be brought out. Right now they are not profitable, guys, but the enormity that this company has ahead of them as potential in this market is absolutely gigantic. This company could be curing diseases such as pediatric blindness and cancer around the world, and if they are to be bought out by a major biopharmaceutical company, exactly someone like CRISPR, then again we could see shares of Invitea double overnight. So it is just waiting patiently on these plays. I will be holding this one probably for 10 to 15 years. This is one of the longest stocks that I will be holding inside my portfolio, but I do believe in the future of this company and of course DNA and genomic sequencing. So this is going to allow your portfolio again to have that more diversification into another emerging market, and I'm very happy to say that we have been buying the dip, like I said, and we have caught this at the lowest mark over the last year, and again these prices were not seen since June and July in 2020. So keeping this one on your watch list, guys. I do think that at these prices this is still attractive, but the better deal of course would have been to get this down at 24. And if you would like access to my buy and sell alerts, then be sure to check out the private Discord link below that I will leave to our Patreons. Now, another stock that I want to talk about quickly is DDD. This is 3D Systems Corporation. Now, I did put a buy zone out on the Patreon once we did actually hit down towards that $24 to $25 mark just the other week, and this play has now since doubled, and we have been taking profits over at the Patreon as well on our 3D System Corporation. So this is another stock that is in the 3D printing space like NNDM, but this is one of the major competitors in this market. This is also owned by ARK Invest heavily in one of their ETFs. They do have a more surprising upside on NNDM, which is why NNDM is one of their higher positions, but this is a stock that I had been watching very carefully, and again they have recently seen an explosion in that share price, and we have since doubled. So congratulations to anyone that did catch this. I did make one video of this back a few months ago when we were back in April, and I was saying that this is a great company and this is a fantastic buy the dip opportunity. So if you are someone back then that was tuning into my channel and you did catch DDD, then congratulations, because you would be sitting up 100% over the last 2.5 months, which is absolutely amazing. So we are doing incredibly well on this channel. And again, if there is another stock that I have been adding to over the last couple of months, the last 6 months, is in fact DraftKings. This is a play that I have been buying up every time it is below $50. I did also put this in our Patreon, but of course the best time to get this was when it did come back down to around that $40 mark, because by the end of the year I do have a price foresight on DraftKings for about $65 to $70, but moving over the next 12 months I do expect that to be in the 70s or higher, because as we see that ramp up in gambling and the legalization to start to continue moving through the US, we are going to see a shift again with this stock. We are going to see a push up in those revenues as this company becomes more profitable, and there are not many players, guys, that have this type of facility. And again, once they do have all of their apps online, and this is very much accelerated due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are going to see a shift digitally, and these companies do not have major expenses or operating expenses, which is why they are so profitable. So I do absolutely love this company, sports betting and of course gambling. So you have this play, and you also have GNOG, which is a stock that we had been buying up previously in the past. This has sold off majorly, so I am waiting patiently for this again to start moving up over the next 12 months. So those are some of the stocks, guys, that I have been watching and we have been buying the dip on right now. Some very good plays inside the portfolio that will add to that diversification in the biopharmaceutical and tech sector. We also have that as a very long-term hold with Invitea Corporation, and again how that is going to change lives and change the future. We also have cryptocurrencies again, which is also going to change those digital wallets and how we are going to use universal and digital currencies moving throughout the next 5 years. And again, this play I expect to double or triple over the next 2 to 3 years. We also have the SNP500 at all-time highs with those earnings seasons coming into fruition over the next month. We are going to see a big push in a lot of the earnings calendar, and that is going to allow the S&P 500 to reach those new time highs, and it's going to push those high tech and growth stocks. So I am watching those companies like Disney, Apple and Facebook. And again, if you would like to know when we are buying, then just access the Discord for the price of a coffee per month is about $4. So guys, I hope that you did enjoy this video today. If you do like videos like this, and do let me know below in the comments. If you made it this far, I just want to say thank you. You are amazing for tuning in this morning on Monday morning. I hope that you guys have a fantastic week ahead in the markets, and I hope that your portfolios are absolutely smashing the market despite everything that has happened since the start of this year. My name is Jason, and I look forward to seeing you back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Have a great week, guys, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.